Okay. Oh, whoops. I knew I was meant to do something. There we go. Name change is correct. Oh, don't go to sleep on the iPad. I'm just trying to find it. I've got YouTube up. Rightio. Okay. Just, okay, there we are. We've got it. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay. Hello, Diane. Hello, Heather. Hello, Janice. Anything with any of the show's class this morning being on October 25th? Does it really? Oh, dear. I was doing a lot of things, Karen. Yep. I was doing a lot of things and I didn't fix that one. I was doing 50 things at once. Hello, Debbie. Yep. I was doing 50 things at once when I edited that image. Well, that was a bit naughty of me. I'll have to go in and, you know what I'm going to do after class? I'm going to go in and I'm going to fix it. And I'm going to replace it everywhere because it's in like 50,000 locations. Hello, Kathy and Tash. Booked in another painted affinity. Oh, I hope so, Jacqueline. Hate it when people don't, or don't like it when people don't come and finish a job. It drives you nuts, doesn't it? The inability to follow through. Look at how long it took us to find someone to fix our fridge at work. Okay, so it's week 44. We have got Getaway, and the fussy cutting instructions were to cut out the lighthouses, palm trees, jetties, and birds and signs, right? From one sheet. If you watch the video, you've got to watch the release video to get more info, but there we go. I didn't want you to cut them out of both sheets of number 5, but yeah. So there we go. We've got our bits and pieces. And I've got a little bit cut out. Just a little. So I'm going to line up. I actually scrounged these out of my retreat leftovers from last year for Getaway. I'm sure I've got more Getaway cuts somewhere, but I don't know. I think they're in the pile to go in my Embelly book. They weren't in the book. So what we've got is, the back of this. We might use that. We've got this piece of embossed linen from Embossed Linen White, not from, Embossed Linen White. And we've got a with sympathy word. Sympathy cards are hard. I don't profess to be good at them. Usually keep it fairly simple, but I thought let's do a masculine sympathy card for someone, because sometimes it's a masculine one you need. I've got this little bird as well. Don't know about the sign. Not 100% sold on the sign. Maybe not the craft. No, Karen, it's not you. It's just me doing 50 things at once. Hello, Pam. Sorry about that sound. Let's click that away. Yeah, Jacqueline, really drives you nuts. Lack of service in some areas. And people think, like, we were in Gladstone, so people think it's just Gladstone. But when we talked to Milton, he said there are unprofessional behaviours and lack of service behaviours, even in Brisbane. Like, it happens everywhere, even in capital cities. You get the same sort of things. So it's just people being people. Hello, Raquel. Oh, that's good you were able to watch. Hello, Marie. Yeah, okay today. Yes, happy 1st November. Happy birthday month for Scrapbook Fantasies. It's the first day of the month, so yeah. If you get emails from us, you are going to get something else. And I'm sorry about all the emails, but yeah. The people that get emails from us are going to know first what is going on with our birthday month and what we're doing. So we're doing something pretty special, we think, and something different. So we're doing something really different and getting everybody involved. So, and it's kind of a competition, but you don't have to make anything, and everyone's going to have an opportunity to win it. Facebook doesn't seem to like lives on my laptop, so I'm on my phone. Oh, Raquel. Yeah, well, it's clear now-ish, but we've had a rainstorm and thunder and everything for like an hour and a half or more. So it only just stopped as I was coming into class. Oh, yes, and Melbourne Cup Day. It's a day off for Victorians. Yeah, and definitely can't read the words in a shop without tissues. Yeah. I think, Karen, to have some sympathy cards pre-made might be better because I can't make them at the time I need them. Yes, it is very exciting, Pam. So the shop's birthday is the 22nd of November, and the shop will be 20. So my middle trial, like if you go Milton, Naomi, Scrapbook Fantasies, Noah, Amelia, is 20. So I really like this. That's a bit weird, isn't it, having that on that? Then again, I think we might paint this with sympathy. I think a nice, not a massive card. We just make it a nice card that looks good. It's not too foofy. Just needs to be just enough to be just right. Let's think about it that way. I've got 2 of these. Let's see what I make with those. I've got some glitter card. So I do make an all white and with touches of silver glitter, or like white glitter sympathy card, and it's got a few layers, but it's very white on white on white, and it's sort of a bit textured. So I have done a few of those. I might need to do that as a class again. Okay, so let's take so this is a 6x12 piece of white linen embossed, which I really love, and it's just got a lovely feel to it. See, I hadn't even undone the catch on my lopper chopper. So it's already 6 inches wide, so we're going to cut it down to 8 inches long. So we're going to have a 6-inch by 8-inch piece. And there we go. It's raining again now. I was just talking to Quentin. He rang me at 9:31, and I was like, it's after class start time. He goes, yeah. But another box of Studio Light got delivered, and I didn't expect a box today. So we don't even have an invoice for it. I don't know. I don't have the content, so I've got to try and work out what's in it. And then I might, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do about that. So yeah, but he said it was flog and rain at the shop when he rang. Hello, Diane. How are you? Hello, Trish. Have to have a day off for Melbourne Cup. Naomi's gone to the retirement community to have Melbourne Cup with Mum. Sorry. I shouldn't apologise for that sound. That sound actually means we get to eat. Surprise unveiling, yes. Surprise unveiling. That's exactly it. So from this piece of number 5 that we cut some palm trees and lighthouses out. So then this bottom barcode in. I'm going to cut where am I? I'm going to cut a 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Cut the whole way across. Inches, this is. So 3 3/4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. I'm very predictable. And then we're going to keep this bit with us because I think we might use that. I think we might. And I'm going to use the darker end on my card. And then let's get this piece. And do we want our normal mat or make it smaller? I think we make it smaller. So that means we're going to use 8s. So let's go 5 5/8. So we're going to go halfway between 5 1/2 and 5 3/4. So halfway between 5 1/2 and 5 3/4 inches, of course, by 3 5/8, which is halfway between 3 1/2 and 3 3/4. So we only get a tiny bit of brown showing. And then I think with this piece here, let's just because we've got oh, sorry, where's my head? I think the sign's a bit crass. So let's tear a piece of this leftover. That's like, let's go about 1 inch wide or 3/4 inch wide. Let's say about 1 inch. And let's make it a bit dip in a little bit in places. So it's going to be like the ground. Like that. Sort of. Okay. Let's move our card base away. I'm going to cut the middle out of our mat piece, our photo mat. It's cold and pouring rain in Swan Hill. A bit scary as the flood peak hasn't hit here. Yeah. It's just cold and very heavy cloud, ready to rain. Heater is on. No, it's hotish here. I've got the fan on. You can hear it whooping in the background, I'm sure. Got the fan on, but it's raining. Which means that we get like thunder and electricity type behaviours from the weather when it's like that. Okay, I'm going to cut out the small. These are the two smaller birds in the... I have some ideas why you see lighthouses on sympathy cards, masculine sympathy cards. You know, maybe it's something to do with guiding light and, you know, the light of your life or something. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. It might have to do with a sympathy poem as well. Not 100%, but I'm going to follow protocol and use a lighthouse. Birds symbolise freedom too. Freedom from pain. But yeah, you've got to be in a good headspace to make these, I think. So our title is going to need some special treatment. Yeah, I hope you guys are all okay. I hope you're getting plenty of support from authorities, you know, with sandbags and things. So I'm actually going to put the tiniest bit of brown around the edges. Mine's just walnut stain, but just the tiniest bit. So just the tiniest little bit of brown. So walnut stain is quite dark, but it only has to be dark if you're heavy-handed. Like, you can make it quite light. So I'm just going to put the tiniest bit around the edge. Just a touch. Rain just picked up again. It looks quite mucky out through the gap in the curtains at the back door. Oh, it's really picked up now. Chookies are hanging out in the entertainment area. Oh, and now you can hear it. Now you can really hear it. I'm just going to put a tiny bit around. This is just the studio light, you know, the rounded top ones. I do like them because I don't use it a massive amount, but I use it enough that I thought it would have discombobulated by now, but I like that it's soft and it gives a nice softness to the blend. Let's put a tiny bit around our cutouts. Just give them a little bit of dimension. So a little tiny bit of ink on the edges makes it more rounded and shadowy on the edge, and it gives things a little bit more dimension. I didn't really get any answers at the doctor yesterday, so I now have to wait to see a neurologist. And it's like a 6 to 8 month wait just for an initial visit. But I do have an appointment on Thursday now. Now that the MRI has come back clear, I do have a chiropractor appointment on Thursday. I spoke to Seb's mum on the phone. Yeah, Seb's my Sebastian's my chiropractor, and she said, "Oh, it's been a long time since you've been here." I guess, Kesha. I knew I was being naughty. So let's have a look. Okay, so our sympathy word needs to be what does it need to be? Does it need to be like this browny colour? Don't want it really dark, do we? Will you guys be making any more Halloween cutouts at all? I put some in on Friday or Thursday, Tanya. Are they all gone again? I suppose we had a retreat on the weekend. Yes, Tanya, they will be a continuous product. They will be a continuous, yeah. I didn't realise they were out. Look at how much is out of Spectacular. Let me just have a quick look, see. Spectacular. Oh, dearie me. There's no colour cuts at all. They're all gone. Oh, okay. There were some at the end of retreat, but okay. Yeah, we'll make more. There's just a risk that we could end up being too beige. Does that make sense? Oh, we got this ribbon. Oh, I like that. I think it needs to be brown. You know, I'll always keep making them. I think they're cool. Just looking for the packaging that's not too mucky. So I'm going to start with a very light layer of my brown. Just a very light touch of it on my sentiment. So just a light layer. I'll hold it up in just a second and show you. Ribbon's blown away because I've got the fan going. See? So let's have a look at it. It's not bad. When we put this across the bottom, it could be a little darker. I think a tilted lighthouse could be a bad omen. This is very same. So let's make it just slightly darker. So you can always make it darker, but you can't make it lighter. And it doesn't have to be perfectly even. Trying not to get my hands too mucky. Why I don't always like to ink when I make cards is because I end up with fingerprints on it. Yeah. That's one of our ridiculous neighbours with a mower. No, it's gone now. Let's leave it for the moment and we'll sort of get a bit of sticking together done and then we'll have another look at whether that's dark enough. Looks okay at the moment, but it could need to be a little darker. So let's stick our base layers together. So I always build my cards and then I stick them to the card base. But I do think having sympathy cards pre-made might be a good idea because it becomes a very emotional journey and you do second guess yourself. I'm just not good at it. I feel I get too emotional at the time. Probably could have stuck this on before. before we stuck that other bit on, but we'll just stick this on. So we're going to stick our sort of sandiness to the bottom of the stripe, cover the bottom edge of the stripe, and go over the edge of the card. Go to the edge of the card, and then what we're going to do is just trim it even. And we'll just ink that little edge. And this is why I don't stick it to that, because otherwise your ribbon's not going to be right. So we're going to stick it sort of with about just over 1/8 of an inch from the bottom. So let's put some ribbon down, some tape down. No, ribbon, tape. Stick that down well. So with see-through ribbon, you can't put tape down. I've got a bit at each end because I'm a wrap and stick ribbon sticker. Don't cut ribbon and fabric with your fussy cutting scissors because it will blunten them. Paper scissors are for paper and fabric scissors are for fabric, and they each blunten themselves for the other item. Do you know what I mean? Like, so fabric scissors don't like cutting ribbon, and ribbon scissors fabric scissors don't like cutting paper, and paper scissors don't like cutting fabric because it uses the scissors in a different manner. And scissors will blunten for fabric before they will blunten for paper. Paper scissors stay sharper longer. Rightio. So let's put our lighthouse on some foam. So I'm going to have a little border of this. I think the title can be just slightly darker. Just because right now the ribbon is stealing the limelight. The ribbon just really makes it, doesn't it? And sometimes when I make sympathy cards, the things I put on there, I justify to myself personally. But I don't make sympathy cards specifically for a person, like I say. I try and have something pre-made. But I justify, you know, like birds symbolise freedom, and this symbolises that, and that symbolises that, and, you know, as one does. That's better. But you don't want it to be too in your face either. You want it to be there and lovely, and now it can sit just down on that sandy land bit. Come on to another turn. Right. I've got to order tweezers. I'm going to be honest. I forgot to order tweezers. And Quentin has realised this morning he's made a bit of an oopsie-daisies with giving a new card number to an overseas company. Yep, he left a 0 out. And I'm like, why is this not happening? Why are we not, why is this not coming through? That was part of his phone call. Oh, I might have been a mistake. But it's okay. We all make mistakes. I'm just going to write myself a note. My next order with them, so I won't have more than one with them. Some companies I'll have more than one order in with, like Studio Light. I always have multiples, but some companies I won't have more than one order because you've got to keep track of it that things don't get lost. So yeah, I'm very cautious with that. So yeah, I've got my next order nearly done. And this one hasn't even arrived because Quentin made an oopsie. So where do we want to put it? We want to just put it down here. So I do crooked. Get the glue off. We don't want it too low down. Oh, my birds aren't stuck on. Geez, that was a bit of a rude awakening, wasn't it? Now, we could have put splatters on here and a few other things and, I don't know. Like, so if this was a birthday card, okay, let's just digress. If this was a birthday card, I'd have some splatters on here, and then I'd probably blending brush some yellow out behind the light, and I'd have little tiny shells. I'd even draw some little shells, and I'd put eyes on the bird. I'm not putting eyes on the bird because it's a sympathy card. Put a little dot for the eyes, and do you know what I mean? And happy birthday would be here, and a number would be here, and this little bird would be up higher. But it's a sympathy card. And yeah, there's limits, even for me. I'm pretty sure I've got the sympathy words. Yep, they're in the online store. Sticky stuff on this out of the bottom of the it is very, very simple. It is very plain. But at the end of the day, yeah, it needs to be plain and simple. You need to make it easy to make. So you can see I've put plenty of tape sandwiching this ribbon. And then when we stick it on, actually get sort of an evenish border. Really push down on these corners. Especially here where the ribbon is. Geez, that was a quick card, wasn't it? Yeah, the ink definitely gives it a highlight. The birds are a good symbol on a sympathy card. Spirit flying away, flying free. Yes, freedom and freedom from pain, or it, and it's got to be just right, Raquel. Like, you've got to be careful. Very understated, yes, yes. But that's, and I get asked a lot, like, how do you make a sympathy card? Like, and I'm not a fan, and I know no one's actually, I don't know anyone that would be a fan of making sympathy cards. They're an emotional card to make. But my one thing is to have a couple, not lots, just to have a couple there that are just ready to go when you need them. And you can pick and choose, like, this one's appropriate for that person and that one's appropriate for that person. But you want it to be sort of simple and to the point, but that they can read, and the recipient family or person will read into the emotion of the card in their own way. Like, they'll have their own, way of reading, guiding light. Lighthouse's kind of guiding light thing and that sort of thing. But yeah, I think it's all about just having something. Sometimes I don't give a sympathy card. So when Quentin's grandma died or passed away recently, it was really hard. I said to him, well, if we do a sympathy card, who are we going to give it to? Because we were really, really, really close to her. Like, I have loved her as a grandmother since I was a teenager. She was just a part of our lives, really close. I said, and Quentin goes, well, you should give us a sympathy card, because, and I'm like, and that's the problem. I needed like hundreds of sympathy cards because she just was just, and I said, well, maybe we just won't do a sympathy card, because who do you give a sympathy card to for someone like grandma? But yeah, I have some girlfriends who make cards to sell at stores and markets, and they also pump them out. They make lots of plain, simple versions of cards, just like you were talking about. There you go. But yeah, just simple. And we, in the handmade cards at work, we do have some sympathy cards, but yeah, not a lot. Not everyone enjoys making them. But yeah, it's nice and simple, and but yeah. This is the sort of card you give to a man, I think. Or to a family that with their son, which is just an awful thought, isn't it? But yeah. So, has anyone got any questions? Because that was a very short class. But then I suppose I do have a million things to do. It's the first of the month. I've got to do me number thing, and but yeah. Pet sympathy cards. Yeah, well, Tanya, that would be, yeah. That would be rather devastating as well. It's hailing. Where Raquel is. Deary me. You're really copping it, Raquel. You could make another card. Oh, I could, couldn't I? I could go and do my work, I suppose. 10:15. Don't know what I'm going to do. I'm pretty tired, actually. I slept well, I think. I slept quite deeply last night, but I just, I might have to have a nap today. the girls, Ree and Leslie, stopped for coffee out the front at the coffee place just up from the store yesterday morning, and I saw them out there, and I went out. It was before opening, and said hello to them. And they said, "We thought you'd have the day off," but no day off for us yesterday after retreat. Day off would be nice. Yes, thank you, Jacqueline, for scribing. Jacqueline's a wonderful wonderful scribe. Oh, what did Kathy say? Why not, like, if they loved their garden? Yeah. Someone that's a garden lover and would do a gardeny one with flowers and things, their favourite flower or something, to do a retreat. Yeah. Odd weather. I think we will see a lot of hailstorms this season with all the cold. Yes, definitely. You too, Mary. You too, Mary. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care. Stay safe. And that reminds me, Mary, your email is incorrect. I've just got to go and fix it. I know why you're not getting your notifications. Why it's glitching out. Take care, stay safe, and love yous all. And we will see you all. Actually, we'll see you later on today with an unboxing of that box that's arrived. I think it might be. I'm pretty sure it's Art by Marlene. It's a Studio Light box. Well, they do lots of stuff, but pretty sure it's more Art by Marlene. And I might try and have it. I do have a lot of other things I've got to do today, but I might try and have it up for you guys sooner rather than later. Like before the unboxing, I might put it up for kind of pre-order or something. I don't know. But I'll do something. I'll try and see what I can come up with. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. And thank you, Marie. So if you came along and said hello, if you left a lovely comment, thank you very much if I missed it. Thank you to Jacqueline, our scribe, who is like 5.5 hours away from me. And I'm hoping that none of you are getting too wet. I know we're the sunburnt country and we live in drought most of the time, but this is just a little bit too much. It's just a little bit too wet at the moment, which is not good for some of you. So hopefully you're all staying safe. And yes, hope everyone picks a winner at the Melbourne Cup today. I will probably forget to watch it, so the kids will come home and tell me. I will try and remember to watch it. So take care, stay safe, and we'll see you later on today for a unboxing of more Art by Marlene. We'll see you then. Bye.